and beef hot dogs. Top it all off with the delicate flavors of smoked turkey breast and our premium whole turkey, all halal certified for your trust. Delivered to you by Chill Foods, Premium Deli and Meats, excellence in every bite.
The power. To shatter the strongest. Conquer the indestructible with Ronex's collection of angle grinders.
Chic Leisure Limited, making life easier. Our renowned great tasting vermicelli comes pre-cut in regular and parch, packaged to make preparation simple. Attention all doubles vendors and roti makers, try our high quality pre-sifted bromate free all-purpose and whole wheat flour, low price and conveniently packaged. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisure Limited, Warrenville, Conopia. Chic Leisure Limited, quality you can trust.
You see this smiley, hey, they catch you off guard.
Hello, good night, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Breaking Barriers. Tonight on IBN, I am your co-host, Richard Jagger, and together with me is Uncle Nazim. Assalamu alaikum, good evening.
Wa alaikum assalam.
How are you feeling tonight?
About 85-90%, depending on how the program go.
Right, I know you have a little truth issue. You spend a lot of time in hospitals these days, boy.
I'm telling you, boy.
Oh,
I don't know, but when I mean it good in a sense that somebody who in there and who experienced what happening in private hospital could relate to what going on in the public hospital, because I had a shot of both.
Yeah, and how easy it is to implement certain very simple things.
Simple things I think all be lacking is proper management.
And common sense a little bit.
And once the resources, you see, we don't know if they're getting the resources and if they're not channeling it in the right place.
Right. But something as simple as this is something I've advocated for in the public healthcare system. Something as simple as when a patient leaves the public healthcare system, they must have a report, a list of all of the medication that they received, a list of all of the doctor's findings, and they may leave because they may want to visit a private healthcare physician. They may want to make sure the medication. What if someone is allergic to one of the medication that they got and they had an allergic reaction, while they were there? Those things are very easy because while the doctor give you the medication, they write it on something.
Yep.
So why is that not photocopied? That's only 2 or 3 pages. Why is it not photocopied? Or give the family an opportunity to take a picture of it. There's no breach of privacy because it's the patient's personal information. And that would help them when their medical journey back to proper health. In the private healthcare system, they give you a full report because they give you the bill. So they have to give you a full report. They give you a nice little flash drive with everything, all your
Correct.
scans, all your x-rays. I'm not saying you have to go that entire length because of financing might be an issue, as you correctly raised. But at the very least, the list of medication and the list of findings. 2 Panadol are treated for a sprained ankle. You know?
I think what happened, they do have a file for you. Right? They do
But
have
you don't
file.
get a copy of it.
Right.
That is my problem.
Even though you want it, it's like pulling teeth
Yeah.
to get it.
Yeah, that is true.
Right? So what's
They were training.
right? They were in opposition. The UNC government gave them real pressure.
Yeah, they were.
So they couldn't do nothing.
Learning curve was very steep with the PNM.
Right,
They take
so
9 years.
9.5 years
Yeah.
in opposition.
Yeah.
So sorry about that, folks.
That people calling in on your phone for calling.
Yeah,
and
boy.
you know what?
Just 1 second.
Imagine they were there for 9.5 years, almost 10. And they now come to say, well, 1, we have all the solutions. 2, nothing that happened is my fault, right? I was part of the cabinet. I was the blue-eyed boy in cabinet. I was in all the ministries. It had a time when Stuart Young was on TV, the ticker tape for him, it had an upstairs and a downstairs, a fold-out piece and a fold-in piece, you know, because he was minister in all the ministries.
Everything. But he didn't have no answers.
No. And
It
now
looked like Rowley was the problem. Because Rowley was the problem. So
Right.
you see, as Rowley anointed him,
Right.
he have all the answers. He have all the answers.
Right.
Marvin Gonzalez,
And you know what is one of the answers? They're going to raise the 4% to 5%.
that's what I said.
That we say, and he said that?
UNC closed Petrotrain.
Yeah, and UNC closed Petrotrain. He never closed Petrotrain.
And I hear this evening they say no taxes for pensioners.
Right.
So wait, if I did not hearing properly, these are the things I heard on the UNC platform.
Correct. Kamala said, the UNC said, no taxes for pensioners because, and she gave an explanation.
Right.
You work hard your whole life, you pay taxes your whole life, they want to tax you on your pension too. Next day, PNM platform, we have a great idea, no taxes on pension.
But you think about it, they keep asking the opposition where they're going to get the money.
Right.
Where they going to get the money? Seeing that they tell you, your cook,
Right.
your bygone roast,
Right.
and what else?
They're going to sell the
And your belt,
beans.
and your belt, you have to tighten your belt,
Right.
and you have to wait for yam to grow.
Right.
All that.
Right. We tighten with belt and I see one of them, can't remember which one, sweeping a stage.
Yeah.
But she belt looked like it was going on boss.
But don't worry with them now.
You must tighten your belt though.
Of course, and the Minister of Education, she said she's going to she's going to build schools.
What she was doing all
But
the
we
time.
had schools rotten that was almost 95% completed.
Yeah.
And she now going to see about schools. You know, then people, in any case, I shouldn't say they think we are stupid people here. We are real dotish people in this country.
Yeah. To think that that's
Real dotish.
that's still an option to vote back the same people in and expect. Imagine they're asking, imagine somebody come by you and they say, I'm going and clean your yard. I want the contract to clean your yard. And after 10 years, your yard is clean. And they come back and they say, oh, well, I did not learning how to clean the yard, you know. Right. Give me a next chance and I go clean the yard this time.
And you have to give me a 5% increase.
And you have to give me a 5%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people swallowing that. But look like, for instance, I reading a little something as John Jeremy left, right? Mm-hmm. And get them a kick right where it hurts the most. Mm-hmm. They say a woman write and say her son voted twice. And he doesn't know who is John Jeremy. Mm-hmm. So I write a little note and I say, you know, the reply is for the name. Mm-hmm. I say, here what to do. First you have to do is give your son an education. Simple as that. Give your son an education. He voted twice and he don't know that John Jeremy was Attorney General of this country.
Not once, twice.
You telling me
Twice.
them people ain't stupid in joke?
Yeah, and you're boasting about that.
And
You're
they posting it?
You're boasting. Well, that's somebody on Facebook?
Yes.
Well, whoever that is on Facebook, I don't know who the current Attorney General is, you know. The current Attorney General, I don't know who it is, you know.
Wait, now,
because
she gets your license?
she has something, but if when you apply for the work, you didn't have the proper authentication.
Right, you didn't.
You can't retroactively go and get it now.
You didn't fit what is required
Correct.
of you getting the post.
Correct.
So which means to say you pull a string and get the position.
That
and
is
that's
it.
how it is working PNM.
That is it. That is it.
But
so
I have some breaking news for you.
on breaking barriers, yeah, breaking news.
Breaking news for you. Because people don't know, they don't know none of the PNM people who leaving and going to UNC.
Right, all of a sudden.
But you know, all the UNC people who coming across are going in PNM and they had nothing bad to say about them.
Right.
And I hear that Mr. Lala Land might be in line for a big position.
Like, well, while you're saying that, just in the video from last week, cue that up and let me know when you have it up. Go ahead. What position? You see, you just have your ears on the ground, eh?
I have flies in all them buildings, you know. And I don't know how them recipe and people going to take it. To know that somebody...
But this is only if they win. If they lose, you can't get nothing.
No, but I want to forewarn the people, the PNM people who campaigning so hard for their people to get position.
Right.
Right? And we have no people who come maybe 3 months, if so much, into the flow. And they're going to get the second highest position in the land. You know what I'm talking about now?
Right, the second highest position in the land.
After the Prime Minister. Is?
You tell me.
It starts with a A.
And it ends with a G.
I think so.
And he must have SC to get it.
Yes, and they
he now
it
get
already.
it. And he now get SC.
So I want to see what Coalpot going to do.
Who is that?
Coalpot.
Who's Coalpot?
Coalpot.
The one
Coalpot.
from...
You know that song? I want to see what Coalpot going to do when he get kick on the side.
Right.
Miss Wiggy get kick on the side.
Well, I was waiting.
Right, she going there. All them people who are stalwarts in the party get shift aside.
Right.
And you know who are the friends of Stuart Young?
Who are the friends?
Syrian and local whites.
No, you're referring to his friends when he was in CIC and he used to...
Still.
And that group used to bully people?
That time...
You're talking about something else. You're talking about now?
No.
You're still
his
friends?
remain the same. Friends of bullies don't change. So when he started bringing all the people, and the people who build the PNM party now, they will see a total different identity, you know, in the PNM. PNM will no longer be the grassroots party for the black people, you know. That taken aside. So let it go ahead and vote for Stuart Young. I have no problem, let it go ahead. But you could also get rid of Stuart Young easy, you know. It have an easy way to get rid of Stuart Young. Don't vote for him in Port of Spain. Is Port of Spain East St. Anne's?
Don't vote for him in his constituency.
Don't vote for him. And you actually get rid of him.
Yeah.
Once you don't vote for him in Port of Spain East St. Anne's, and you lose that seat, you could now choose who you want to be Prime Minister. So all you think about that.
Now so you're saying your sources say, if the PNM win, God forbid.
Oh God, say
God
God
forbid.
one more time. God,
No,
don't let it happen.
If the PNM win, a certain individual who recently mounted a platform might get the position of Attorney General. Right? Now, I know the days when AG had weight and merit.
Of course.
When they were experts in their field.
Correct.
And not experts in losing case. I know the days when attorneys general were men of class and substance. Guys, when you get the video, let me know. If you don't have it, tell me. Now, I know the days when you had to have a full grasp of the Constitution, because that's your role as the Attorney General. To have some people who in one party, and they get no, not that video, the one with Larry Lala, the one with Larry Lala that I sent you last week, when we had on standby, we didn't use it. So just look in the chat, it should be there, a short video. So we have in this country men who receive opportunities to represent the interests of certain people in society. Men who serve as opposition senators from time to time. And then, when the belly wasn't full with that, they join up with people and they fight the lady for leadership. And the electorate reject them.
Right.
And then wounded dog know where to go to lick wounds. So wounded dog went and licked the wounds and bad talk the lady and the party. And the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So they gone in that house. They gone in that place. And that place accept them. Because it's window dressing now. It's a little collar in the front. Right. And you get at the front kind of cloth to put on, going from cotton to brown cotton to silk. And all of a sudden now, you're going meeting and you're saying, well, I just come here to see. You know, he was fooling.
You're talking more than the representative.
Good point. And then you mount platform. And you say the most, well, before you mount platform, you go on and you hold in candidate's hand and you go on to file nomination.
Yeah.
Never do that for a UNC candidate. Never do that for the UNC party. But go on to do that in the PNM.
But PR for when they give him, providing.
Right.
I still believe it have a God. You know what I mean?
Right. Let me play the video. Play the video in the meantime.
To lead us into a new society, we need a caring, compassionate leader with a proven track record of performance. And the only man or woman standing who meets that criteria is Kamla Prasad-Bissessar and the team that she will put together in the UNC.
A few years later.
On the night of April 28th, when all is counted and reported, we will stand in solidarity as citizens of this beautiful country and say, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, and we shall prevail.
According to Basdeo Pandey, you talk about ni Makaram, Mahani Makaram, you talk about Mahani Makaram, you go on hugging up PNM candidate filing nomination, thing you never do for the wife, you go on and do for the outside woman. Watch now, watch now. See, you see, you have to be careful, eh? You have to be careful because for some reason, there is a lot of momentum and movement behind disgruntled UNC people who go on in house that accept them. But you're hearing nothing about the great PNM ministers, high-ranking cabinet officials. You telling me about a little councillor in South, jump ship and that make news? He was on a party for what?
Look at the woman who went to the with the boxes that were the EBC office and what transpired there.
Right, the special voters, San Fernando West.
That should have been airing and discussion should have been going on about that.
Right.
Because what the UNC had to do is make sure and have their people at strategic points where this EBC is concerned.
That is absolutely correct.
And you have to catch them with their pants down because they're desperate right now. Very desperate.
Yeah.
So, you didn't see some houses being given out in
all of a sudden, well, I wanted to raise that. Some houses,
but
some road paving, police station opening. They get the house and they come back and they take the key behind.
But the columns on the house is maybe a 6x6 column. Upstairs house, eh? To me, it looked like a 6x6 or not more than 8x8. Here now, the house so small. I think when I used to mind dogs in Twin City, when I saw my rots, the space was bigger than that.
It's so small, you can't change your mind.
But and I don't know these people.
They change their mind, you have to come outside, change their mind and go back inside.
These people so happy for that. I say, but look at it, a family of husband, wife, and one child have problems to stay in that house. If you see the house, and they happy with that, boy,
Them taking anything, boy.
and coming and saying after collecting and saying great is the PNM.
Yeah.
Put them in school. If you see the better they get them the land. Get them money loan and say build all your houses.
Yeah. Yeah.
One good earthquake, I show the house breaking down.
Yeah.
Surety breaking down.
Well, I see it's 8:17. So let's go to the first break, and when we come back, we'll talk about those roads, those police stations, and so on, all of a sudden opening all over the place. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's take our first break, guys. When we come back, we'll get straight into it.
Introducing the finest selection from premium deli and meats. Savor the bold flavors of beef salami, beef pepperoni, and chicken ham. Indulge in our diced beef bacon and perfectly sliced beef bacon. Explore the rich taste of smoked beef and tender roast beef. Treat yourself to our juicy jumbo chicken hot dogs and beef hot dogs. Top it all off with the delicate flavors of smoked turkey breast and our premium whole turkey, all halal certified for your trust. Delivered to you by Chill Foods, premium deli and meats, excellence in every bite.
The power. To shatter the strongest. Conquer the indestructible with Ronex's collection of angle grinders.
Chic Leisure Limited, making life easier. Our renowned great tasting vermicelli comes pre-cut in regular and parched, packaged to make preparation simple. Attention all doubles vendors and roti makers, try our high quality pre-sifted bromate free all-purpose and whole wheat flour, low price and conveniently packaged. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisure Limited, Warrenville, Conopia. Chic Leisure Limited, quality you can trust.
For the everyday lowest prices on all grocery items, trust Low Cost Supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low Cost Supermarket, Southern Main Road, Cunupia.
Ronex's premium quality.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
Is your moody wicked? Okay, I will talk. Welcome back, guys. Breaking Barriers. Tonight, Crack Shot edition. Uncle Nazim is here with me and Moody on his sidelines, cooking up our broth, waiting for this broth so long. Now we had tentatively 4 interviews booked for tonight. The problem is, now I must say The interviews are open to all parties. All. Come and convince people to vote for you, why they should select you. Whatever opinion we may have on the show, set that aside. If you can convince us and the viewers, and what's the sense even going up for election? Now, having said that, a lot of the UNC candidates have either offered or proposed, but they each have their own campaign structure currently ongoing. Vandana Mohit, the candidate for Shogun Aziz, is currently walking in Lange Park, one of the areas in her constituencies. And she promised if she finishes on time, she will do a call-in interview, so we're on standby for that. Nicholas Morris, a young, brilliant candidate in Mayaro, he also has a public meeting tonight that's actually live on YouTube as we speak. He too indicated that as long as the meeting finishes on time, he estimated it'll finish by 9, he too will conduct a call-in interview. Well, you bust the mark about Alexander, but Alexander as well, he has a meeting. He wanted to do one on Saturday when we thought we were doing the ones on Saturdays. He says Saturdays he doesn't. He has walkabouts and motorcades, but not meetings. And there was another candidate, I did say 4. One slipped me at the moment.
Saddam?
Yes, Devish. Now, that being said, if you want your candidate for your political party, you're supporting whoever else, let them call in. We'll have some numbers up on the screen. We'll let them call in, let them convince the people. Now, in the meantime, there's something I need to address very quickly, very quickly, is this concern that was raised just minutes ago that certain people may not receive poll cards before election day. Now, not everybody receives poll cards on election day. And I want to just point out 2 very important factors. As long as you're a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago and you have passed the age of 18, you have a constitutional right to vote for whomever you wish to cast your vote for. The easiest way is to have your ID card, your name is on the revised list of electors, and you have your poll card. But that isn't the only way, so fear not. If you meet all 3 requirements, that's what we call an ideal situation, you can vote. If you do not have your poll card, but you have your ID card and your name shows up on the revised list, for those of you who don't know, the revised list is that thick booklet that they have with them printed on long paper on election day that they flip through and they find your name and they take a ruler and they cross it off with pen or pencil. That's the list of electors. If your name is on that and you have your ID card, you can vote. You can vote. If you have no ID card, but your name is on the revised list and you fill out a form 53, which is a form that they will have there at your voting station, then you can vote. All right? Now, you have to give a reason you don't have a valid form of identification and so on. But you just need to fill out the form 53. If you do not show up on the revised list, but you do not show up on the registration record, but you are on the revised list and you have an ID card, you can vote. If your name is not on the revised list, but you have your ID card and it shows up on your registration record, and you do swear to the form 54, then you can vote. And if your name is on the revised list only, and you swear to the form 55, you can vote. Now, of course, in that scenario, it is best that you have your passport, driver's license, or any other form of identification, such as your birth certificate and so on, with you. So in all of those circumstances, you can vote. And even if you do not have your poll card, you can vote. So the most important thing is your ID card. Some people, especially women, because of change of names and so on, they walk with their marriage certificate or birth certificate. That is fine. That is all well and good. In most scenarios, it's not necessary. But once your name, because usually your name shows up on the revised list with your corrected name. Once your name is there, you have your ID card, most people will vote. Now, of course, there's red line, there's green line, and so on. You don't have to worry about those things. There will be people there to assist you. At the end of the day, people have fought and died for our independence. People have fought and died and protested and so on for decades to give us this right to exercise this franchise. So let's do it. Regardless of your political affiliation, let's exercise our franchise. Now, having said that, I understand the PNM released a 182-page manifesto.
New chapter.
All the things that they finally want to do with the country. Now, it came out this afternoon. Haven't had a chance to see it. I've been looking for it. If any of the viewers have it, please send it to us. We want to read it. We want to see it. I looked for it before the show. I did not find it. Please send it to me. I want to see all these great plans. I'm still a voter who can be swayed.
But what about if we get a 2015, a 2020, and the present one? And let's do some
calculation,
analysis on it.
Somebody, can't remember which station was it, but it was on radio I heard it. Somebody did an analysis of, a rough one of course, of 2020 to now, and they said 9 out of 10 promises in the PNM manifesto were not delivered.
And normal, that is a norm.
When 90%, they get A+ in something, boy.
In failure.
In inability to deliver, correct. So if anybody have the PNM manifesto, send it to us now. And if anybody wants to defend the PNM and convince us to vote otherwise, Moody, you still up for grabs? You're an on-defense voter?
No.
Anybody could convince you? No? Yeah. You decide what fish you're using in the broth yet? I still waiting.
Go put no stingray.
Good. Now, the next thing is, all of a sudden, we have everything opening up in the country.
Everything. Police station.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, roads. You see Crown Trace paved.
That is through Launch Park coming through Enterprise.
Correct, yes. Yeah, the main road, the southern main road paved, the patching road all over the place now.
But you know, they wouldn't pave the eastern main. Such a busy road.
They might want to pave that.
They wouldn't pave that.
They might want to pave that.
Manjalena stretch. I see they do something in Manzana through.
San Rafael police station. The police in that area suffering 6 years now. 6 years on that station.
And then they opened one recently when it had some banditry and it was closed so long.
All of a sudden everything opened up. Don't get fooled with that, you know. Don't get chained up with that, you know. That is just propaganda. That is madness. Honestly, I was asking my uncle, this paved road, how much votes you think this paved road by? He said 5. I said, how you do that maths? He said because maybe 5 Spanish they hired to pave the road.
No, but you see, they have been fooling the people for so long.
Mm-hmm.
It has become like a cancer that people will suffer.
Yeah.
Take this sufferation for 4 to 5 years. Take it. They'll come 3 months, give you a hamper, give you a jersey with $150 in it, and you comfortable with that. Suffer me for next 4.5 years again, you know.
Yeah.
These people have no...
I know they will take it back because who caught Gate? It was them.
What about the girl? We ever found what about the girl?
The one from the video?
Yeah, the one who was crying.
My mother showed me a video of an old lady and say, you know, the face is the same face, the speech pattern is the same, and she's a PNM vlogger. She said it could be the same person. I said, but mommy, this person looking so much older. That election was what, 15 years ago?
That was 2010.
Yeah.
So 15 years ago. This lady...
Now she can't eat so fast.
Well, she can't eat so fast.
Look, he's 55.
Well, that's what she said. She said, well, pressure is boss pipe, eh?
He's 55. I don't look so old.
No, but that lady, that girl from 2010 election to now, that can't be the same person. If that is the same person, I'm worried. If that is the person, stop eating what eating.
All I want to know is if the same person, if she lose anything since the UNC got into power in 2010, and did she use whatsoever it have to upgrade herself and where she is at present?
Yeah. Oh, look, Injan send the manifesto. A bold new chapter, transforming governance. Transforming governance, so wherever it was needed transforming now, for a stronger, safer, and more prosperous Trinidad and Tobago. But as I saw it, the first thing I remembered was you said Insurance Center video to air, the one with Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, if you could queue up that video in the meantime, we'll swing around and get to that. Good. So it's a bold new chapter, transforming governance for a stronger, safer, and more prosperous Trinidad and Tobago. And then they come with this talk, responsible. How it can be responsible, and they're offering you 4, if not then 5% increase and taking 47% for themselves. And that point you raised earlier about, well, they're asking the UNC where they get any money from. Well, my question is to the PNM supporters and the current PNM cabinet is, where we get any money from now to pay all the rent for all those buildings, to pay those companies, all of those contracts to patch the road now, overnight? Where are we getting monies to do those things now? Because when we cut out renting certain buildings, he said he doesn't have it.
I now send it for you, dear Justin.
So
see if you receive it.
So when we cut out the rental for certain building in Port of Spain, owned by a certain family, then we will get the money and we will find the $3 billion, the Auditor General.
But wait, as you talk $3 billion.
Mm-hmm.
In both talking in any of the platforms?
That's a very good point. It was Kevin Ramnarine who raised that point last week on his interview.
I heard in both voice in this whole election.
You feel if they get a chance to replace him, they would have taken it out.
Boy, they bury him in a little, they dig 1 foot hole and bury him. You ain't hearing him at all.
Mm-hmm.
They're just waiting to put on a nice pair of shoes and kick you out clean, you know.
Yeah. So when you queue up the video, let us know, right? Good.
Yeah, Justin, you got it?
Justin, the video I had sent earlier during the break, you got that one? If you got that one, yes, okay. So queue up that one. Let me just give the background. So we were discussing earlier certain UNC people, small, minor positions they held. Some of them no positions at all, jump ship. But the PNM has lost some of the greatest politicians that they have. The PNM have lost former Attorney General and Senior Counsel, President and Dean of UE. They've lost former cabinet ministers of finance and so on. And in a very short interview, this is what they had to say on the topic. Let's play the video, please.
For me to be here today doing something that is not in my comfort zone should tell you how scared I am for the future of this country.
What are your views about the state of affairs of your party, the People's National Movement?
Major contradiction of the PNM. Once they get into power, they betray the people who put them into power.
The abandonment of a large section of its.
So from the beginning and volume.
For me to be here today doing something that is not in my comfort zone should tell you how scared I am for the future of this country.
What are your views about the state of affairs of your party, the People's National Movement?
Major contradiction of the PNM. Once they get into power, they betray the people who put them into power.
The abandonment of a large section of its traditional and core beliefs,
which has led to a classic state of instability.
Do you believe your party has stood for you?
The fact is that the opposition party represents perhaps the only hope.
Look at that. That is former mayor.
I almost sure. I guarantee you, no PNM people and know them 3 people.
And that is my point. That is former Mayor Louis Leasing. That is former Attorney General, not once but twice, John Jeremy, head of the UWI Law faculty, my lecturer, and the person who called me to the bar. The reason I am a lawyer is John Jeremy.
Not the Felicity Bar.
And not whichever one Camille was registered to when she was a lawyer, AG. And Selwyn Cujo, stalwart of the PNM, writing articles every week in support of the PNM, has come over to the UNC.
Long time. He giving them real pressure.
Yeah. And that is the kind of... And then we haven't even mentioned Kenny Surat Singh.
Yes, Surat Singh.
We haven't... there are a number of persons, and let me tell you something, eh? There are more.
I hear it has something coming real big.
There are more.
I hear so. I hear Rowley might cross.
There's so many things.
He getting so fed up with Young.
Yeah.
He might come across.
He didn't get the video.
All right, I'll send it back for you, Justin.
Right. So as I was saying, no, you had a call on standby. You still have it?
No, I told you that.
Okay. So what we want to do is we want to open the lines. If you have it there, we could just use the sound, you know. You think that might be more feasible?
Let's see if I can send it for him now.
Right. So what we have, and this video, the video with Saram, is relative to a point that we've raised in the past, and a point that I just mentioned, about certain individuals, companies registered in certain family members' names and so on, who receive all the contracts, all the rental, all the leases from the state in Port of Spain. Where we get any money from? We cut in that. Where we get any money from? That 47% increase. Cut in that. Where we get any money from? The people who get $1 million back pay for serving 22 hours as a prime minister, we cut in that. And the $3 billion, we're finding that. And if we can't find it, we will take it out of whoever was the Minister of Finance pocket at the time.
All right, we have a call coming in, right? Hello, good night.
Hello, good night.
Yes, sir, you're live on Breaking Warriors. Make your contribution, please.
Hold on, caller. Say that over. Start over.
Go ahead. Yeah, caller, proceed.
Yes, good night.
Good night.
Larry Lala going across to the PNM because when the PNM win, he will get more cases.
Wait. Hold your hand, Lee. I think you start real bad.
Okay.
You should never say, you see when you call my phone, don't say when the PNM win. My phone don't relate to that because the PNM not going to win. So don't say on my phone they're going to win at all. Not if, they're not going to win. You could talk about Larry Lala, but just, I want to hear nothing about win and PNM.
Yeah, no nightmares
them
tonight.
Them two words will come together.
Okay then.
Right, proceed now.
Yes. Larry Lala, he wants to get a ministerial post so that he could, he have all the cases. What he going to win? If he go win.
So all right, caller.
All right, cool caller, thanks.
All right, caller.
Yeah.
We have one here on standby. 1 second, let me see.
Right.
Let me see if I still have him. Yes, caller, 1 second. Let me see if I get the... guys, once again, our phone lines are still on standby. Justin, what does you need? Let me see if we could crowdsource it. And in the meantime, we're borrowing phones. Last week, when the show re-aired, you got a lot of calls still?
Too many calls, boy. Too many calls.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Caller, you're live on Breaking Barriers.
Yeah, hello, thank you.
Go ahead.
I heard on the a statement being made on the platform by Dr. Rowley.
Right.
That the bulk of public servants come from the east-west corridor.
Mm-hmm.
That is fact.
He said that.
Right, well, that shows that you're paying the piper who vote for me, you will get employment. And that is according to our constitution, where everybody have an equal right. Every creed and race have an equal place.
Yeah. All right, caller. Thank you. We got another one. Hello, good night. You're live on Breaking Barriers.
Hello, good night. I would like to ask a question to Mr. Jagger, sir.
Go ahead, yeah.
All right, Mr. Jagger, how do you go about getting a list of all the companies Stuart Young is involved with, for which he had 137 recusal?
Well, hold on. I think Saddam Hussein have that list for you just now. Guys, when you have the video, give us a sign, eh? Good question, caller. Very good question. All right, hold on. We'll show you a video with that information just now. All right. I have another one I line up. You have one there?
No.
All right. Okay. So...
Yeah, Justin, you got the video I sent, is it?
Play it from your phone then. Let's get the sound at least. But I think he held up.
I have a call coming in here just now.
All right.
Hello, good night.
Yeah, hello, good night, fellas.
Speaker. All right, callers, 1 second. Go ahead, caller.
All right, go ahead.
Hello, good night.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, I just want to find out some information from the lawyer, right? So with regards to, with what's going on in the country right now, right? I mean, this is something that we know going on for many years, right? And I wanna ask Alex something, right? It's so funny. Why it is PNM supporters, right, get so offended when you tell them the truth? Like, for example, right, I told a guy the other day, I said PNM in power over 45 years. Is that correct? When you add it up in total?
More than that, probably.
Yeah, more than that.
Right, I think they get 45. I think NAR get 10, and I believe...
No, NAR was 5, UNC was 5, and PP was 5.
Okay, right. So let me say, so they was in power the longest, right? And you mean to tell me in 2025, right, they still looking at, they forget in power for the last 10 years. So this is what I'm trying to say. In the oldest time they in power, why it is they ain't trying to fix all the problems that we facing today as a country? Because I tell a man that, and the man here with the man telling me, like, you looking for a handout.
No, but you see, I will tell you something with a PNM supporter, eh? You see, when you get on top of them, and they have no answers, that is how they react.
And here is what I want to tell you. My wife's not from this country, right? My wife here 2 years and a half. I know my wife tell me, she see in the 2 months she here, this country very backwards. And she say, you all have so much resources. She say, for example, right? Look at it. We live in an island and have surrounded by a sea. We have rivers. Why it is a lot of people getting problems with water, but Dubai in the Middle East in a desert and getting water 24/7 like that, right? Another thing too, somebody was saying the other day, I believe it was one of them guys from Diego Martin with the traffic situation 10 years ago.
That was you know how long people talking about decentralization and nothing was done. The only thing was done. The Ministry of Agriculture was moved from Sinclair to Shogunas.
And licensing operation.
I want to ask Mr. Jackson something, right? Ask him this question for me. Why it is in the public's, in the healthcare system, why it is whenever somebody gets sick, why it is they take so long to see a doctor? Is it because doctors are being allowed to have their own private practice and work in the hospital, and also because they could do what they want, unlike first world countries where they could be penalized? Right? Is that the reason why the healthcare system is so messed up?
No, I will tell you something. I had first-hand information with the public health sector. Those young doctors are under real pressure. I was inside the hospital, as a matter of fact, and I saw that. They're doing what they could. But sometimes you have no bed to put anybody. So if you have about 15 patients outside, and let's say you have out of that 15, let's say 10 critically injured, need critical, they need bed, and you don't have any. That is why you have them in the corridor in Gurney and all that, just suffering there. But what they just tell you, they monitor in here until they could get a bed space for you.
I really, really hope that people make the right decision at the end of this month, because let me tell you something, if people do use their head and make the right decision, crap will smoke everybody pipe.
Well, you could tell them easily, easily. I'm giving you a prop. I'm giving you a simple prop here.
I think between me and you, I think the problem is people don't want don't want change. People only complaining. Like for example, look at the current cost of living. Look at food prices. Look at gas prices, medicine prices. The minister said the other day how he went to the grocery, right? And he didn't realize food prices so expensive.
Well, and that is the person vying for the prime minister. Oh, in fact, that is our. In fact, not our. That is your prime minister. That is your prime minister. But here, caller, we have to wrap up now. We can't keep. Yeah, man. Thanks, man. Wait, before you go.
Yeah.
Let me hear what is the code.
Yellow.
Oh, all right, good. Okay, man.
All right.
Yeah. You want it?
Yeah, I have one here. Hi, good night, caller. You're live. Let me see if I can sort out the video.
Good night, gentlemen.
Good night, caller. Go ahead.
Good night to Inshan, although he's not there.
He's watching.
Well, yes, I know. Well, here now, like Camille Regis Robinson, no squatting illegal. Since in the 50s, squatting illegal and PNM legalize it. She forget Eric Williams tell people go and look for a piece of land, dig 4 holes and put a post and cover it with galvanized and that is your house. I was a child at that time, right? So what she coming on the platform to talk about squatting illegal? Everybody who ain't get come for deed, they get this, they go up, they get lights, everything, you know.
Yeah.
So she still living in the past. Gatsby Dolly.
She living in the past when she had the
minister.
practicing certificate the first time.
Right? And look who we put now for Attorney General. You see we going through?
We going
through, but we will come alive. As on the 28th of April, we coming back alive, man.
Yeah, I agree with
Strong
you.
as ever. Yellow is the word.
Yellow is the code. Correct.
All the way.
All right.
And you see Gatsby Dolly? Yeah, man. Gatsby Dolly, no teachers want incentive. Gatsby Dolly now seeing they're not standing for bullying after how many children were bullied and committed suicide. None of them never showed their face at the parents' house.
And she's the one who Gatsby Dolly said there is no evidence of bullying.
Yes, Gatsby Dolly only by the hairdresser every day.
Yeah, well,
I am on a PTA in a school and we have to give some children money to travel to come to school in order for the children to get an education. We have to get together and raise funds to get furniture in the school. We have to get together to paint the school, to have the school looking proper. That principal is a hard-working principal. Teachers, we have to do the work in the school in order to get these children uniforms and all.
Yeah.
Because some of the parents can't afford. Gatsby Dolly knowing. She knowing now, election time. She know all what teachers and get raised, how long. These people is important. People, they imparting knowledge on our children. So we will have a sort of good society. You hear what I say? A sort of. Right? Yeah. Because we having a lost generation and it's because of this government. All because, but you know, next week Wednesday I will call and say more. Let me get somebody a chance.
Yeah, thank you so much, caller. Justin, I sent the video, right? You should get it there. Somebody was timing it, boy. It had a caller waiting. It had a caller waiting on the line. Let me give that caller preference. Good night, caller.
Get the video?
Yeah. Justin, you got it, right? Good night. Go ahead.
Yeah, Nazim, good night. Charlie,
good night, man.
Good to hear you, Charlie. Good to hear you.
Yeah. Hear this, eh? I want to say this so people can understand what I'm saying, right? Because they have a real wide viewership, right? Let me tell you something. The only way to remove the PNM is to vote the UNC.
Yeah.
No other party could remove the PNM. People need to understand that. You see this NTA and this patriotic front and all them things, them can't make nothing in no election. Let me call it what it is now.
Correct.
It's only the UNC could remove the PNM. Let me tell you something. You see this Wendy Lewis, this UNC officer that bring forward this whole issue about the special voters, and I want to applaud that woman by standing up for herself and standing up for the UNC and standing up for democracy, right?
Yeah.
Because she could have easily turned she back on that whole situation, you know. But she decided to stand up for the right thing, and I want to commend she for that. And people need to be aware because they're going to try all kind of thing with this election coming here. So people need to understand to go out there and put them out. They need to come out of this place. And let me tell you something before I go, right? I was looking at Gary Griffith talking on a platform. Let me tell you something, the population right now, if all they understand. I vote for the NTAs, I vote for the PNM.
Correct.
Because the man come out and say with his own mouth that if they win any seat, he going to sit down and analyze which is the better party to go with, to support, to give them that seat to run the country. I'm telling you that plain as the man said.
Yeah, you had a vote. You had a vote.
He don't really care. He don't really care about the country and the well-being of the citizens of the country. All he care about is himself and the party and who could give him a government work. So this, people, let me tell you something, people. I'm saying it again. There's only the UNC could remove the PNM from office. So when they see election, they all know what they have to come out and do. Vote all this PNM. Because let me tell you something, same way, all they can't take the PNM for the next 5 years. We can't take that until the EBC. Let me tell you something. It have a disgruntled, fed up population right now that looking for change. So they better know what they're doing and play the game fair. Because there are real people outside here, real disgruntled, and they don't want to see the PNM go back there.
All right, Charlieville, what is the code? What is the code?
Oh God, I don't know what is the code. I just only see hello and you know
All
that.
right. Oh, very good, man.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
You had one there, and I saw one coming in. All right. In the meantime, okay. So guys, we're gonna play the video for you. So at least we'll have the audio. So this is a video from the UNC's press conference relative to. Oh, you have a caller there. All right. Let me see if I can sort it out in the meantime. Go ahead.
Yes, caller. Hello. Hello.
Salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Oh God, brother, what you doing, boy, Nazmul?
Hey, oh my God. Hey, let me lower the volume here just now.
What?
Don't forget your national TV, eh?
Yes, I know that. I'm glad you are feeling good and you are speaking on the TV. That's nice. And the code is yellow, my boy. Yellow, yellow, yellow. The thing is that what I want to say, people, I cannot understand some people. Like they're blind, they're deaf, and they're dumb. 9 years, you see what you went through. Imagine in health, in security, in education, every living thing. Imagine people getting flooded out and they can't get compensation and all kind of damn thing. And you telling me people still want to vote PNM? Man, let me tell you something. I want the whole family, I want this whole county, Lafayette, I want the whole Trinidad and Tobago vote UNC and the coalition of parties.
Very good, man.
So I bless you all tonight and all the... What about Roger Alexander? Is he still coming?
No, not tonight. Because of the short election and everybody has to spend more time in their constituency. They have meetings and all that. So it's kind of impossible to try to get them, but we're making an effort still.
Yeah, we might do an interview on Saturdays.
By the way, this number is my wife's number. Okay, all right.
All right, cool, man. Okay.
Why he tell you that, Nazan? Why he tell you that? All right. I sent back the video. Justin, let me know if you got it. I sent it from my phone.
Same
Go
video?
ahead. Yeah.
Oh, that one is coming on. Oh, there. Downloading.
I don't know, boy. Go ahead. And he said another call?
No.
All right. So here's what we'll do. Let me, because I did say we will push just after, and I'll hold on till 9 to see if we get any of them from their meetings. But you know how it is. Even if the meeting ends at 9 or even before, it will have a
once we can get it
and so on. If not, well then we'll cut it shortly after 9. So I had the video here ready to go. Oh, I think you have another call coming in there.
No, WhatsApp.
All right.
Message.
Now I lost the video. Let me see. This is how we just be.
Yes, folks. So, you all heard this statement of by Marvin Gonzalez on news today. Would you heard the news? Where Marvin Gonzalez talking about if you don't vote for the PNM, what's going to happen? Well, let me tell Mr. Marvin Gonzalez something. Is you all have this country in the condition it's in. You all made England put visa on us. Right now, tariffs coming. In fact, it come already 10%. And we don't know what else. We need a government that can undo all this stupidness that the opposition party has done for the past 9.5 years. That is the PNM. Opposition party, you say. And I will continue to say the opposition party because it seems like they were in opposition and they now want to get into government. So, Mr. Marvin, we need to get you out of there with your rest of cohorts and put somebody there who could bring back some sense into the lives and you know, some sanity back into this country. Because people reach a point, I think people on the edge, people on the edge. And if all you continue lying through all your teeth, which all you're accustomed doing, lying through all your teeth, I don't know what will happen. I hope people watching and hearing everything all you're saying. And come April the 28th, just go out there and all you could see is yellow. Just put yellow and forget everything on it because this set of losers we are there. A bunch of losers. You remember when Dr. Rowley talked about the ladies with their nails and their wigs and the bleach?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That is, they are parlor queens, beauty parlor queens, bleach, wigs, nails. What else? Some of them come and they were brown, now they're white. What really going on? They ain't like their own color?
Unlock this.
What really going on in this place?
All right.
So all you continue voting for them. All right, Richard. What?
So unlock it. Let's play the video from there. Justin, I sent Saif it as well.
Another group of companies that were awarded contracts by the RDC.
Hold on. From scratch. Saif, you got it? Hold on 1 second. Look, he's saying something here. Right. Okay. All right. Let's try this way.
I want to focus on another group of companies that were awarded contracts by the RDC. On Monday evening, at a national meeting being held in the constituency of Barataria San Juan, I hinted at one particular family that was awarded close to $70 million worth of contracts from the RDC. This family is the Ramnarayan family. 1, Bikram Ramnarayan. 2, Siam Ramnarayan. And 3, his wife, Stephanie Alexander. We are told, or the information that is provided for us is this, that the 3 companies that we are dealing with is I and You Limited, we have Sycon Developers Limited, and we have Noah Distribution Limited. These 3 companies were awarded contracts by the RDC. Noah Distribution Services Limited, their registration address is on 10 to 11 Frederick Settlement Industrial Estate, Old Southern Main Road, Caroni. Sycon Development, registered address, happens to be number 5 Grove Road, Valsayn. And I and You Company happens to be like Old 6 Bamboo Settlement, number 3 Valsayn South, Trinidad and Tobago. And the reason I looked at the registered address of these companies is because, again, the RDC was meant for the small man. The contracts being given to these particular companies are such that it raises some concern to us, and I'll tell you why. I want to start with Noah Distribution Limited phase. Noah Distribution Limited happens to be, the director of that company happens to be the wife of Siam Ramnarayan and the daughter-in-law of Bikram Ramnarayan. And this company was awarded 5 contracts by the RDC. A retaining wall at Lipole 67 Lengua Settlement off Realized Road, Princestown. Engineers estimate 1.6 million. Contract price 1.7 million. Road and drainage works at Joka and Trace Curep. May 2022, 1.6 million engineers estimate, contract price 1.3 million. May 2023, refurbishment works at a play park on 10th Avenue, Bon Air Gardens, Aruca. Refurbishment works at a play park. Engineers estimate $3.4 million. The contract price is $600,000. And that is very strange. And that is only 51% completed as the information that we have. How was the contract awarded for $600,000 and the engineer's estimate was $3.4 million? That raises serious concern here. Drainage works at George Street, Sanssouci, June 2023. Engineer's estimate 1.2 million, contract price 1.3 million. Drainage work at Celestine Trace, Maraval, engineer's estimate 623,000. Contract price $594,000. Miss Alexander, according to the company's documents, address is in Bayshore Point, Kumana. That's the big, beautiful towers in Bayshore going into Chagaramas. Does Miss Alexander even know where Sanssouci is? Is there no contractor in that part of Trinidad that could have been given the work? Is there no contractor in Aruca that could have been given that work? Is there no contractor off Realized Road in Princestown that could have been given that work? Amounting to $5.7 million, according to documents here, by the RDC, in terms of work. Were there no other companies? We then have I&U Limited. I&U Limited happens to get a very big chunk, a big slice of the cake. I&U Limited was able, according to this, be awarded close to $41.3 million worth of work, according to the documents. Touch Station Road, Carenage, Carolina, Laventille Extension Road, Malik, Parrylands Village, Indian Walk, Maruga, Diego Martin, Chamflair, Hilltop Drive, Glencoe, St. Augustine, and Point Kumana. Were there no other contractors in these areas? Local contractors. Many persons are unemployed. None of them could have been awarded these particular contracts. Of these contracts that I call out here, cumulatively, the engineer's estimate was $4.27 million, and the total contract price was $41.3 million, coming in within that 5% mark. Then, there's another company that is related to the Ramnarayan family, and that deals with the company called Sycon Developers Limited. Again, Sycon Developers Limited cumulatively was awarded $22.7 million worth of contracts. And these are close to 13 contracts. Wallerfield, Maracas Royal Road, Tableland, St. Joseph. Notice the areas I'm calling. These are marginal areas. Glencoe, Brazil Main Road, Diego Martin, again Glencoe, Gardia Street, Beverly Hills, Laventille, Covine Road, Diego Martin, Lupino Road, Bellsmith Street and McEnroy Street, Currap, and Calvary Hill in Arima. Engineers estimate $23.1 million. Contract price, $22.7 million. But it even gets more curious, because I have in my possession a document from the licensing division for a vehicle registered PEA 8573, a black Toyota Prado. The owner of this vehicle was one Keith Rowley, purchased on the 24th of December 2020, sold on the 5th of April 2023, and it was sold to one Bix Auto Wholesalers Limited. I have a copy of the certified copy for this vehicle. So one family gets $70 million worth of contracts, and then we see the same family is purchasing a black Prado from the Prime Minister. And if I'm not mistaken, the main business of Bix Auto Wholesalers is a car business. What are you doing buying the Prime Minister's vehicle? I asked that question. It shows, again, it leads to irresistible inference of the closeness and the relationship between these particular matters. There are other contractors, and information is coming to us rapidly. I am calling again on the CEO of the RDC, Joel Kisun, to come forward and provide the information. Because there are certain other matters that will have to engage the attention of the Commissioner of Police, the Director of Public Prosecutions, the Integrity Commission, and the Office of the Procurement Regulator. And I'm asking whether or not there were other issues in relation to companies called America's Marketing Company Limited and Hassi Contracting Services, Premium Contracting, and Zorina's Maintenance and Landscaping Company. These are all the matters that I wish to raise this morning with you, members of the media, with respect to these particular contracts and matters.
So those are some of the companies, Some. And that's online on the UNC's Facebook page. Anybody could go and take note of those companies.
You see, that's the same thing. Remember about this so many times where they buy vehicles. After 3 years, they sell it. They don't even use the vehicle because the vehicles are assigned to them for their relevant department. So these vehicles you're getting practically new. And when you buy it through the normal channel, the legal channel, a Prado might cost you about 300,000, if so much. But after you get tax and duties and all them things.
Right.
And when you selling it back, you probably selling it back for $500,000.
So you make a profit.
So you have a foreign use, you have a roll-on, roll-off business there. The taxpayers helping you, but you end up taking that money and making a profit on it. And the only way we will know if that is not true, let us see the receipt on which the vehicle was sold and how much it was sold for.
Yeah, well, you have an FOIA pending, a request pending with the Ministry of Finance and BIR to uncover that very information. And that's not a pending case in any court, so we could talk about that openly. Right. Matter of fact, I think I'll send it to you. I think I'll send it to you, and whatever you do with it is your business.
Don't worry.
Well, you have it already, but
if we get it before election, go
nice. Okay. So Justin, we're waiting for that. We're waiting for the fire report on the death of the MP, Lisa Morris Julian. Okay. So Justin, let's have this video played. This is a very short snippet of the Honorable former Attorney General's entry into the UNC. Let's have it played. And what he says is very important and significant, because the PNM of today is certainly, by any yardstick, not the PNM of yesteryear, not the Eric Williams PNM, surely. The PNM today is a different breed. The PNM of today is one that cannot attract and maintain the same high profile and high class and intelligent people that they once did. Let's have the video played.
I will vote for change. I will vote for the United National Congress. I urge you to ask your friends to do so. I urge you to ask your relatives to do so. I urge you to ignore the race talk and those who will divide us on the basis of race. Give yourselves and your children a chance to change our future. God bless and good night.
Yeah, you have the other clip here, Justin. Just a small snippet of that other. I know the video is long, but we just want maybe 30 seconds from that video.
Ready.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have it then. I'll tell you when to cut it.
We are already heading down that trace, brothers and sisters. We're already going in that direction. Sister Khadija and Dr. Bodo spoke to you earlier about that. Brothers and sisters.
Marker that I told you. 1 hour 40 minutes. Try there. It's the beginning of the political leader's speech. So if she's not on camera, then something is wrong. So let's have that and give me a sign when it's up. What I want to show you guys is after the former Attorney General spoke, the political leader of the UNC spoke. And in very brief terms, she addressed his entry into the UNC, and that's very important. I messaged the two candidates who said that they were going to come online. They're still in their respective campaign. One is in a meeting, and one is in still at the end of that walkabout. They have a spot meeting by the junction in Blanche Park. Bandstand. She said bandstand. All right. Yeah, let's get it up, please. Just at the beginning of the political leader's speech.
Friends, good evening, good evening. Good evening to all of you. Today, my brother-in-law has joined us, John Jeremy. Give him a round of applause. So we have been teacher. I was his teacher first, as he told you. Then he was my teacher by the time I entered law school because he shared his notes with me so generously. Sorry, John, but I had to top the law class using your notes. Let us give John Jeremy a round of applause. The UNC welcomes him. And Superior, let's give everybody a Superior welcome tonight. Thank you all so much. And with us are other very distinguished persons for us to acknowledge our own candidates from the PP, from the COP, and from the UNC and the Love Movement. Give them a round of applause. From the Labour Movement, let us welcome Mr. Ansel Roger, who has joined us tonight. Let us welcome Mr. Batiste and new Madam President from the PSA. Thank you so much. And Philip, stand up, Philip, and take a bow. You're in my hometown. Thank you, thank you. And we have some other very special persons with us tonight. We have former Minister and Member of Parliament, Kennedy Swarat Singh, Father Swarat Singh. Please stand up. Welcome him. And I also welcome a strong person who has joined me for maybe 5 years now, but he has become really, really vocal. I speak of none other than Professor Selwyn Cudjoe. Please stand up. Thank you, Professor. But I turned to Ansel when I was sitting in my seat whilst John was speaking, and I had to bow my head for a minute, John, because tears came to my eyes with the words that you shared with us today. You will not know how much they mean to me, and I know that my UNC family will welcome you with open arms. So please, so I'm very happy tonight to meet you all in my childhood hometown, in the heart of the constituency of Superior here in Penal. This is a great constituency. Because you see, not too far from here is the Penal Junction. And I always say Penal is a confluence of several tributaries flowing in from Aruga, flowing in from Rock Road, flowing in from Rochard Road, flowing in from Clark Road, from San Francisco, and is the mainstream of the Superior Erie Road, which takes us right down to Superior proper. So we all meet here on this junction. And it is a meeting place and a symbol of unity in diversity. This is an area where rice, Professor, rice, cocoa, sugarcane, and oil, that the great people of this region, or indeed our country, coexist in the same sphere, in the same place, in the same landscape. Superior, we come from a generation whose parents had little to nothing, but what did they do? They sacrificed. So our foreparents has given them up, the love they shared with us. They sacrificed everything so that we could have something. They worked tirelessly to give us an education. Without that education, many of us would not be here. I would not be on this platform, and that is why a main thrust of my plans and my policies has always been in education. Because I see education is the passport outside of poverty. Education is the key to a better quality of life. And so your new UNC government will again put education at the center of our programs. And so the sacrifices our parents and foreparents made, all of us in this land, who worked tirelessly to give us an education, to give us a future.
All right, thank you. That was a little snippet of the political leader's speech last night in Penal, in the constituency. I was waiting for Uncle Nazim to come back. He has a tickle in his throat. Now, I did say I'll push for as long as we can. I know most of you who usually watch the show, when you watch the rerun, it will be referring to you. Most of you are out campaigning. Some of you are in training for whichever political party. Some of you are campaigning for whichever political party. We re-air on Saturdays, and we are looking to maybe have a show on Saturdays, maybe during the day, that will facilitate some of the campaigners. But we're trying our best. We're trying our best to facilitate everyone. It is a short election season. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a good thing because most of us already made up our minds years and years and years ago when they cut gate, when they constantly peddle legislation that makes no sense, when they stopped giving out houses, when they stopped paving roads, when they threatened to increase gas for the 5th or the 6th time, when they restructured NFM, when they closed Petrochin, when they sent home so many workers from TSTT. Different people made up their minds different times. I certainly has made up my mind some time ago as a young person, and I can be changed, but for now, I'm not seeing any reason to. So I have to close the show tonight on my own. Uncle Nazim has stepped outside to deal with that throat issue that he has. So guys, to reiterate, we have an open forum, open platform. If you're watching the show, you disagree with us, you think your candidate, your campaign team, somebody from your candidate's campaign team can maybe shed some light on their policies, their plans, make sense out of the nonsense, feel free to call in the studio and so on, and let's make the relevant arrangements. We are looking forward to April 28th. It's just 12 days away. And remember what I said about who can vote. Remember, get everything in order. I think special voters start soon. I'll get the date. Now, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for anything on election day that does not seem right to you. Be on the lookout and report it to the relevant agent, the poll clerk, the returning officer, and so on. And that's the ABC personnel. So, my name is Richard Jagasa. We re-air on Saturday. If not, we will have a program live on Saturday. So, we look forward to seeing you, hearing from you, and so on. I know I certainly have been seeing some of you. Some of you recognize me from the show when I go out, when I go to have doubles in Kirab Junction. Uncle hailed me out the other day. Go to religious events, they hail you out. Even if I come out my office and I walk around Amsterdam Street, they hail me out. So I'm happy. I'm happy that, and it's always positive, eh? It's always positive. So I'm happy that I can, in some regard, be of some relevance to those of you out there. So call the studio if you ever need any assistance and so on. We re-air, if not have a live show on Saturday. And we look forward to seeing you at the very least next week Wednesday for another episode of Breaking Barriers on IBN. Guys, that's it for tonight. Take care and have a safe and productive evening.